Hey, it's February 26th, 2026, and that means, what does it mean?
That it is the 10-year anniversary of this really long title name.
I like it when you sleep. You're so beautiful yet so unaware of it. And we listened to the whole thing yesterday, and we're going to talk about it today. Yeah. So the record opens up with the 1975, which all their albums do. But the first three albums specifically have the exact same lyrics, which is all about a blowjob. And then the fourth album gets into like climate change, like Greta Thunberg just telling you the world's ending and like, you know, dramatic changes need to be taken to save the world, which I thought was really cool to change it up to that. But anyways, this is the second album, so it's still about the blowjob, and that's fucking cool. And we loved it. We loved it.
Yeah, it was great. I said it was spooky and chanty, and I had no idea that it was about a blowjob until Matt told me. And I'm like, oh, cool, fun fact.
Yeah. Next is the lead single, Love Me. And I fucking love this song. I think it's really good. It reminded me of INXS a lot. It satirizes fame, and it's kind of like meta. It's kind of like Matty talking about himself, which is cool. I really enjoyed it.
I thought it was nice. I put that it was funky, and he was like, lick it, ooh, love me if you want. And I was like, that's strange, weird lyrics.
Yeah, there's a lot of really weird lyrics on this album, but I think he like gets away with all of them. I think he like, it works.
I'm a fan.
Works. Yeah. Next is Ugh. And it's about cocaine, which Hallie guessed. I didn't know that. Yeah, Hallie knows.
That comes off weird.
Do you want to keep that?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. I really like the lyric, I don't have the capacity for fucking, you're meant to be helping me. I like that a lot. I thought it was cool. I like the song. I don't think it's like the most important song on the album, but I think it like is a bop for sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I liked it too. Like, the only notes I wrote was just like drugs with a question mark, being like, this is about drugs.
Yeah, and it is.
And it is.
Don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Or do them, whatever. Next is A Change of Heart. I really love the song. I love the production on it specifically a lot. It's about falling out of love with somebody. And yeah.
Yeah. I wrote that it was like very pretty, very flowy, like a lot of songs of theirs, and I liked this one. The synth noises were really nice in it. And then like the lyrics that stuck out to me was, I've been so worried about you lately. You look shit and you smell a bit. And that made me giggle. And I feel like that's really wild. If someone said that to you, it'd be like, oh, damn.
She's American. It explores the cultural differences, miscommunications, and romantic pursuits between British men and American women. I think it's kind of about them breaking out in America, like really, like in a big way, with their like self-titled album, and just dealing with like newfound fame in America and all that jazz. I really like it. I think it's like funny and good. I think it is good.
I agree. I feel like it was funny, you know, definitely satirical song, being like, you know, different standards and I guess maybe like culture shock or something like that after coming and spending more time around here. But yeah.
Yeah. If I Believe You used to be my favorite song on this record. I still really love it. It's about his relationship with God, I think, and the lack of one. Like he opens up with he has a God-shaped hole, and there's this choir on it. There's great production like this whole album has. Like it's fucking awesome sounding, and there's a horn solo. And I just found it like really moving, and at a time when I was like struggling with God, which I still do sometimes, I found it like very important to me and all that jazz.
I felt like it was kind of slow, but I enjoyed the introspectiveness of like talking to Jesus and kind of feeling like questioning whether or not you belong to that sort of faith.
Please Be Naked is the next track, and it's an instrumental track. Hallie said it kind of reminded her of being in space. And it kind of reminded me of like laying in a field and like time lapsing of like clouds just like moving really fast and stuff. I don't know. It was really pretty. I would say I skip it like all the time. Like I don't really go back to it all that often. But listening to it yesterday, it was pretty. But I was kind of waiting for the next song to start the whole time.
Agreed.
Lost My Head is next, and it's not an instrumental, but there's like a very lack of lyrics. It kind of reminded me of My Bloody Valentine a lot. I'm pretty sure that's like an influence for them. So that was cool to like catch that, if that's truly a reference for them. I usually skip this one again. It's like a little too long for me and a little too, not boring. I shouldn't say boring. It was interesting. Slow. It's
Just
slow.
felt like an extension kind of from the last like instrumental is how I felt. But nice lyrics when there were lyrics.
The Ballad of Me and My Brain is a little story about Matty Healy trying to find his brain. It kind of reminded me of I Had Lost My Mind by Daniel Johnston, and that's just another song about like him trying to find his brain. I'm pretty sure Matty Healy knows Daniel Johnston. I'm pretty sure that this might be like heavily inspired by that song. Although there's like way better production on the 1975 song than Daniel Johnston's, and it's like different enough that it's not like just straight up copying and pasting it. So I thought it was cool. I thought it was a cool one.
Yeah, it's fun little story, interesting to listen to. Being like, I've lost my brain. Where is it?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Where is it? Where'd that little bugger go? Ready? Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Somebody Else is their biggest song on streaming, on Spotify at least. And I think maybe it doesn't like, it's really good, but like I wish like I love it if We Made It was like their biggest song, honestly. I think that's like a way more important one in their discography. But this one's still really cool. It's about, what's it about? It's about like not really wanting someone but hating to see them with somebody else. And it's a little selfish and like toxic of Matty, I think, but he's aware of that at the same time, so it's like, I don't know, I think it's cool. It's a cool one. And there's a guitar solo in it, which is awesome.
Good guitar solo, and yeah, I pretty much agree with everything you said. It's just like, it's kind of weird, possessive vibes, but also just being like, you know, I don't want to love you, but also I don't want to see like anyone else love you. But yeah, it was the only song that I had saved of this album, so I have listened to this one a lot, and I think it's a good song, and it's popular like for a reason, obviously.
Yeah. And the like, Got Someone You Love, Got Someone You Need, Fuck That, Get Money bridge was like, I like that too. I thought that was good. Yeah. Loving Someone is one of my favorite songs on the record. I think it's a big standout for me. I really like the lyrics on this one. It kind of is about like culture and media just selling sex to children and like young adolescent people growing up that are in like a very confusing time of their lives, and like, I don't know, like it's just about like that sort of thing, and like culture selling and like warping the minds of young people and young impressionable people. And how you should be loving someone. Like he's just like, I wish the media was like teaching them how to like love instead of like selling them sex and all that shit. I like his, like he like almost raps in the song. It's like very flowy and like spoken word poetry kind of thing. But more flowy than just spoken word poetry. I think it's like almost like rapping to me. I don't know. I thought it was cool. There is like a monologue like part where it's like kind of buried under the song. I have no idea what he's talking about. I'll put the lyrics here. If you guys know what the fuck he's saying or like what he means by it, let me know. But yeah, I really enjoy the song. I think it's really good. Hallie, do you have any thoughts?
Any thoughts? Pretty much all the thoughts that you have is just like, you know, I like the little monologue part. As we were listening to it, I was like reading along with the lyrics, and I was like, I can't even hear him saying any of this like in the monologue, but as I was reading it, I was like, this is cool, and like I like the sound of this, but hard for me to follow, I guess, but it was nice.
The title track, I Like It When You Sleep, For You're So Beautiful Yet So Unaware of It, is next, and it's almost an instrumental. Again, there's like a few lyrics about like, before you go, turn the big light off, and then something about monogamy in the back half of the song. I like the title of the track. I am like surprised that it is the title track of the album, but at the same time it kind of makes sense. Like it's like very pretty and beautiful, and but it's not saying as much as like the other tracks on the record, in my opinion. Like I feel like some of the other ones like stand out more, but this one has like a better title than some. I don't know. And the 1975 always like picks like really long titles for their albums, so it's very fitting for them. Hallie, do you have any thoughts about this one?
I mean, I liked the title, you know. I'm like, oh, this is such like a pretty title. But yeah, I feel like, you know, there's not much going on in the song, but I feel like I like the, you know, before you leave, like, please don't leave, but turn the big light off, you know. Like, I like that. And it had just like, I don't know, pretty little like twinkly vibes to it. And but kind of at this point, I think the album started really like dragging for me. So there's that.
Yeah, it is like the 12th song or something crazy. So yeah, this album is like 17 tracks long, which is like an hour and 15 minutes of music, and it's pretty daunting to listen to. I think I got tired in like the next like 2 tracks. I think I lasted a little longer than Hallie, but yeah.
I pushed through.
Yeah. Next is The Sound, which is another single on the record, and it's a pop anthem. It's like really good. It was almost a One Direction song, apparently. Like he pitched it to them at some point. I think if it did end up being a One Direction song, it would be void of all the meaning and like heart that it has, though. Like Matty Healy just like adds like a bunch of like Healy-isms in like the verses. And I thought it was good. I thought it was like a really good song. And there's a guitar solo in it too.
Yeah, I liked it. I was thankful for something like more upbeat, but it felt, I don't know, kind of like repetitive to me. But like when Matt mentioned that it was almost a One Direction song, I was like, okay, that like kind of makes sense. Like it feels like that kind of vibe. But yeah, it was good. It was something upbeat, so it was nice.
This Must Be My Dream is the next song, and I think there's some interesting ideas in this one, though it doesn't reach its full potential in my eyes. Like I feel like it still is lacking something. I don't know. It just doesn't like connect with me like some of the other ones do. There is a horn solo in it as well, which is cool. And yeah, those are my thoughts on it.
Yeah. All I wrote was that the sax solo was my favorite part of it, and that 1975 burnout is setting in.
Yeah. Paris is where I got really burnt out. I'm like, I like the song in general. Like I listen to it like pretty consistently. Like I do go back to this track by the 1975 a lot. But at this point in the record, like even though I enjoy it, I'm just like, I'm fucking tired. Like I'm just tired of all these songs. Like I'm just like, I wanted it to be over.
We should have taken a break or something.
We should have taken a break. I mean, that's also like, we should comment that we just like sat and listened to this record, like, and like took notes, which is not like probably their intended like way of listening to it. Like you should be like making art or like driving or like doing something else
instead of just sitting there and just focusing on it. Because I feel like, I don't know, there might be an album out there that's like intended for that, but I feel like if you listen to any album and that's at least this long, that you would hopefully feel this way at some point. I hope I'm not the only one that feels like that.
Nana is the second to last song, and it's about his grandma dying, who he thought was really cool. And it was acoustic, which the rest of this album hasn't been. There's still a lot of production going on, but you know, it's pretty minimalistic compared to like some of the other tracks. And I thought it was cool. Reminded me of my dead grandmas as well. Were you laughing?
Yeah, it's funny. My grandmas are dead too, yeah. So we can bond over that. We can laugh. But I like the lyrics, like, if I live past 72, I hope I'm half as cool as you. I felt like it was a very emotional and sweet lyric, and like grief is tough, and I think that like being able to write about it and like share it is a beautiful way to make others feel less alone while processing stuff like that. I made a weird face.
She lays down. I'm leaving that in. She lays down, starts with 20 seconds of silence, which I thought could have been like cut out maybe. Like I'm like, why on this album that's an hour and 15 minutes long you're adding 20 seconds of silence? I don't know. But this is a really pretty song and almost made me like, I don't know, like it made me like feel like less tired, I don't know, of the album, like because it sounds so different than the rest of the tracks. It just felt like a breath of fresh air kind of thing at the end of this record, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really liked it too. I love acoustic songs, so it was very enjoyable. I feel like the subject matter was pretty intense, but also I feel like relatable, like kind of almost wishing something like tragic, terrible would happen. So to avoid doing something you don't want to do, but you know you need to. And yeah, it's good.
So yeah, that's the record, an hour and 15 minutes long. I would say if you haven't listened to the 1975, maybe it's a pretty like daunting one to listen to for your first one, but the singles I feel like are very accessible. So I would say maybe start with like the singles on the record, and then like maybe never listen to the full album. No, you should. It's really good. It's really good. But maybe just don't sit down and like stare at a wall while listening to it, and do something else and like make art or something.
Yeah, do something stimulating, because it was good, and I feel like it is great, like background noise. It was an enjoyable album.
It's good when you focus on it too. I just feel like maybe in like the age of like playlisting, like taking your favorite songs and putting them in a playlist would be better for you. But they all do like feel like they acknowledge each other and belong together as an album. And yeah, I'm feeling like a 7.5 out of 10 on this one. I really enjoyed it. Although, again, listening to a full album of a bunch of similar sounding songs did feel like for an hour and 15 minutes felt very daunting and it felt like labor at a certain point. Like it felt like work a little bit. But maybe that's okay. And it wasn't like, there wasn't a song that I was like, this is bad. Like every single song I'm like, there's like there's something good to like be found in each song on this record.
Yeah, I feel like you've got a good point there. And I originally said 6.8, but I do feel like I was just really sick of it at that point, and I was just like holding that against it. So I'll give it a 7. At that point.
Hell
it was
yeah.
good.
It's like a
good
C.
album, yeah.
No, it's really good. I would recommend the singles very heavily to you. I like love them, and If I Believe You and Loving Someone aren't singles, but I would recommend them as well very heavily. And if you like acoustic ones, She Lays Down and Nana are like very enjoyable too. So yeah, that's our review of this album 10 years later. I think it like still holds up. Like it doesn't sound dated or anything. It's only been 10 years though. But it sounds like the future still at certain points. Like I'm just like, I feel like some bands like are still aping on the sound and like trying to recreate this, and aren't doing it as good as the 1975 did. And I would recommend listening to other albums by the 1975 even more, because I like love this band a lot. And I hope you have a great day. Happy Year of the Horse. And
Bye.
Bye. Bye.